Hello, and welcome to Basic Training. I'll be your narrator, and you, well, you'll be Spider-Man. Duh. Before we get started, you'll need to know how to get a hold of me. So, whenever your head does this, it means I have something to say to you. You can listen to what I have to say by pressing the select button. Normally in these tutorial levels, I'm going to talk regardless of whether or not you press the select button. However, it's your only way to reach me when you're playing any other level. Okay, let's get started. You can crawl on walls by pushing your analog stick toward the wall. You can do that now. Okay, now you're crawling. I suppose you ought to know that you can crawl faster by holding down the L button. You can also jump up walls by pressing the jump button while you're crawling fast. Do me a favor and crawl to the top of this building. Look at you, a professional wall crawler. Now then, that arrow at the top of your screen will show up sometimes to show you where you need to be. Right now, it's pointing somewhere that you'll need to swing to. You can swing there now by pressing the R button. Hey, you're swinging now. Follow the arrow to your next objective. Phew! You made it. Now that you're here, I'd like to introduce you to your spider sense. That was it. Looks a lot like what happens when I have something to say, right? Well, your spider sense is very important. It lets you know that you're in danger and should get out of the way. Now that you know what it is, we can test your spider sense reflex skills. When you see your spider sense go off, you'll need to get out of the way as fast as possible. You can jump, zip, or dodge out of the way. You could dodge by holding down the L button while you tap a direction and press the jump button. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh, got you there. Try it again. Haha, you're gonna have to react a bit faster than that. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Great job. Now let's test your fighting skills. Follow your arrow to the thug. This is a thug, your enemy, your foe. Try punching and kicking this guy by using combinations of the square and circle buttons. Good job. Thugs will continue to spawn here until you've had enough. When that happens, you can abandon your enemy and follow your arrow to the next mission. Okay, here we are at the last mission of basic training. All you need to do is web zip up to the marker above you. To web zip, hold the L button and press the R button. If there's something above you, you'll zip up to it. Good job. That's it for basic training. But before I go, I'd like to remind you of my calling card. So remember, if you're playing any of the levels and you see this, it means you can listen to what I have to say by pressing the select button. Okay, that's enough talking for me. You can go have fun now. Welcome to the target training. The purpose of this mission is to teach you how to use your lock-on targeting feature. Go ahead and walk up to the green section of the floor up there to begin. See these targets floating in the air? You can target them by tapping the L button. You can also switch between different targets by pressing any of the 4 directional buttons. Once you have a green target selected, shoot some web at it. You'll want to web all of the green targets in each area before moving on. If you web a red target, or if you walk too close to the targets, they will disappear, and you'll have to start all over again. Welcome to combat training. In this mission, I will teach you 6 important moves to help you in the real world. Let's start out with a group attack. If you're ever finding yourself surrounded by enemies with nothing to do, you can perform a punch-kick combo, which will knock everyone back. You can try it out on these dummy thugs. Good job. Now try a punch-punch-kick combo to juggle your enemy up into the air. Remember to hold down the kick button until you're at the same level as your enemy before you let go. You can then begin a series of punches and kicks in the air. Excellent. Now try to stun your opponent. There are two ways to stun your enemies. You can stun guys by pressing kick twice, followed by a punch, or by pressing punch 3 times, followed by a kick. When an enemy is stunned, they will be unable to attack you for a short period of time. Great. As stunned as can be. You can also blind most thugs. To blind a thug, jump in the air and tap the triangle button. Yep, blind as a bat. Now then, sometimes you'll be up against an enemy that has a weapon. You can actually web yank most enemy weapons away by pressing a direction and the triangle button. Try web yanking both of this thug's guns away from him. Okay, you can also web yank people around. Try web yanking these guys. When you're good enough, you should be able to twirl them around your head, rodeo style. Good job. Thugs will continue to spawn here until you've had enough. You can leave this area at any time.
This is my story. It's the usual thing. Struggling student working his way through college, in love with the girl next door. Well, I suppose it does have an unusual twist. You see, fate handed me amazing powers, and I made a promise to use those powers to help people. With great power comes great responsibility.
We gotta get out of here, fast!
We'll be able to buy lots of explosives with this, though.
You shouldn't count your explosives till they go off.
Spider-Man!
Go grab Vanny. We'll take care of this, Jake.
Move the Vinny, we gotta get out of here.
It's me, your friendly narrator. Of course, you'd know that already had you played any of the training levels. Anyway, if you're gonna shoot this helicopter down, you'll need to get really close to it and zap it a few times with your web. To perform a powerful web attack, tap the triangle button while you're jumping or swinging. You should also keep in mind that you can swing faster by holding down the R button.
Gotta hustle if I want to meet Harry on time. This has been great, but I need to go. I have to write a paper on Otto Octavius for Doc Connor's class.
Hey, no worries. Octavius works with Oscorp, remember? Just come to the unveiling of his new invention tomorrow. I'll get you an interview afterwards. The paper will write itself.
That's great. I can't believe I'm going to meet Octavius.
What was that?
The back of this police car, along with enemies and other special objects in the game, can be webbed up. To web something up, press and hold the triangle button until the job is complete.
worry about us. You gotta get everyone off this bridge. Those crooks have explosives.
You can pick up civilians in danger by pressing the square button when you're close to them.
Get us out of here, Spider-Man! Get this stuff to the warehouse. We'll take care of Spider-Man.
Where'd he go, boys?
I don't know. Keep an eye out for anything that moves.
Where'd those guys run off to? They couldn't have gotten far on foot. Looks like the place, although I don't recall this many guys on the bridge.
Spider-Man! He followed us here.
I need to stop that fire before those explosives level this entire block.
There's a... You can turn on the sprinklers. In the main office, on the 3rd floor.
This guy doesn't fight fair! Hey! What'd you do with my gun?
No go. But it looks like there might be a way to open it somewhere else. No go. But it looks like there might be a way to open it somewhere else.
Your head will turn to look at nearby switches. To activate a switch, just walk up to it and press the square button. Now, what was it you were supposed to do? Oh, yes.
Is it? You can turn on the sprinklers. In the main office, on the 3rd floor.
Right. The 3rd floor. Now I remember. You can also always check the mission objectives section of the pause menu if you forget what you're supposed to be doing.
Key to that door, I presume.
See this vent cover on the ground here? It means that there's a vent you can crawl through, right above it. The easiest way to get to the vent is to stand on the vent cover and hold the L button, followed by a tap of the R button.
The sprinkler pipes are bursting!
This whole place is gonna blow!
Let's get out of here!
Maybe webbing can plug the leaks. That's one leak down. That's another one. Is there anything webbing can't do? And with time to spare.
Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. You are all about to witness the dawning of a new age. The power of a sun is now ours. A minor hiccup. Nothing to be alarmed about.
Hey, stay away from me! What are you doing? Put me down! Hey! I know you murdered my father. Don't think for 1 second this changes anything.
Spider-Man, help me! That's nearly everyone. Help me! Please, somebody! That's everyone. I have to hurry. The containment field looks like it's buckling. What a mess. I better get out of here. Somehow I just know I'm gonna get blamed for this.
Parker, you know I can't use this garbage. There are no shots of Spider-Man damaging the reactor.
But it really wasn't his...
No excuses. And I can't make out Octavius in these shots either. But how do we get new ones now that he went missing last night?
He checked out of the hospital? But how?
Checked out? No, he just mauled the medical staff on his way out. He's a menace, just like the rest of these costumed freaks.
Spider-Man is not a menace.
No, not that freak. I just got tipped that some big guy in gray tights broke into a high-security prison to free his fruitcake buddies.
Who escaped?
I don't know. The police haven't released a list for fear of public panic. Don't come back here until you have shots of these wackos.
But I have no leads, and I really need the work.
Fine. There's a fancy schmancy gala at the old wax museum. Some Hollywood hotshots reopening it. Maybe we can use some pics from that.
Sorry, pal, you can't go any further. We got a hostage situation here.
I need to hurry. It's only a matter of time before this crackpot actually hurts someone. Well, well, what have we here?
My business is not with you, intruder. Leave now while you still can.
I don't want to. I like it here.
Then you cast your lot with that lying Hollywood lowlife.
Now, to find those hostages. Booby traps. Better be careful. These wax figures are robots. A hologram? just keep coming from those sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi? Certainly seem to stop the mummies. No sign of hostages on this floor. Okay, the last floor. The hostages have to be here somewhere.
Even if they are, what makes you think I'll let you?
Okay, I'll bite. How did the fishbowl get stuck on your head?
Insolent fool!
Come on, that's not called for. Great, now I'm seeing things.
Spider-Man, help me! Hey!
That was super, Spider-Man!
What are you doing? Don't drop me into that!
You're right, I need to close the vat somehow. Hang on tight, we're getting out of here.
You saved my life.
Nothing doing. It's locked.
Thank you.
Nothing doing. It's locked.
still in one piece. You're a real hero, Spider-Man.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn, Mr. Fishbowl.
Excusing my guess was not a smart move, Spider-Man.
Live and learn.
You won't live long now that you face the wrath of Mysterio.
Only one way to go now. Am I interrupting anything?
Of course not. I've been expecting you.
A hologram?
What's wrong, Spider-Man? Seeing double? Bear witness to the glory of my power!
Can you even see out of that thing? Don't quit your day job.
Nothing more. Witness my
You look a little confused, Spider-Man.
You are no match for us.
Oh, so predictable.
Think about a career change.
What's your beef with the owner of this place?
You're wasting your time.
Yeah, just like I did whenever I saw his movies.
His movies? I'm the one who created those breathtaking sequences.
Do tell.
And what do I get in return? Nothing but a prison sentence when they dare deny me my due.
Prison? I bet you know a friend of mine. Big guy, gray suit.
Octavius.
Mr. Jameson,
4 extra arms. Doc Ock. It's like he was asking for it.
That's great. But it turns out that Mysterio is one of the escaped prisoners, and I have shots of Spider-Man capturing him.
Mysterio? Isn't that a breakfast cereal? Anyway, who cares about that when Dr. Octopus is on the prowl?
But, Mr. Jameson...
All right, I'll buy the photos, but the payment only covers your previous advance. Got it?
Please, if you see my nephew Peter, don't harm him.
Just be quiet and get in there with the other prisoners.
Where's Aunt May? Key card. This might come in handy later. Locked.
Peter, is that you? Please, find some help.
Find the manager. You know how to get out.
It's not working. There must be a trick to it. There are people trapped in the vault. How can we open it?
The bank's security system requires a set of key cards to open the vault. The only problem is, the robbers have both cards. Find the cards and bring them back to me. It's our only hope.
I hope this keycard is what the big kid's talking about. I have both keycards. Let's go. You'll be all right now.
Amazing.
To the vault before it's too late.
Man, this door is slow.